Okay, folks, so let's bring our feet together, please. Right hand in fist, left hand straight, pulling back the thumb, bringing the feet together, bringing the hands together in front of the heart, and we press forwards. Very good. Release, relax down, and ease out of the stance. So let's continue to work our way through the form. In our last class, we looked up close and in detail at some of the movements in the mirror view, the front view, so that you can see what's going on with the hands. Let's continue where we left off with that. So we've been starting the that's terrible English. We've started the triple burner section, the midsection of the form. And actually, that's a really nice part to practice to do it as a warm-up. So let's just begin with our easy version of Sunshine Fills the Halls. Shoulder width and level, releasing the belly, the hips, the knees, relaxing the body down. So I want you to think of yourself like a puppet on a string. The top of the head is floating up. The chin is slightly down and back, and the weight of your body is simply releasing down towards the center of the earth. Calming down, letting go of tension. Let's feel into the hands. Feel into your fingers and very gently begin to press your fingers little by little down towards the earth. Gently pressing down, and feel how the top of the head floating up and the fingers pressing down creates a sensation of space, opening through the joints, through the tissues. And notice how you experience chi, a feeling of energy awakening. We want to keep that feeling by keeping the hands gently lengthening, keeping the top of the head floating up. Let's sit back and scoop underneath. And we're going to begin our circulations, nice circular movements. So you can start as big or as small as you like. I find it's quite nice to start small and spiral outwards. So with each repetition, we go a little bit bigger. Fill your back. I want you to imagine that you're holding this ball, but you're struggling to contain it. You're trying to stretch around it. You're trying to get your fingers to meet around the ball, but you can't quite reach. So there's a feeling of stretching and opening. Good. Go as high as you feel is comfortable. And then let's go to the top and draw an S shape through the center to come underneath. Good. And we're going nice and big, but let's work our way smaller and smaller. Keeping that feeling of stretching around the ball. Spiraling inwards this time. Notice how it feels different at the various levels. And let's bring it all the way in. So we start to overlap the hands and actually gently massaging the belly. Feeling the movement, the ball rolling inside the belly. Very good, and back to center. Let's check posture. Feel the top of the head floating up, the chin slightly down and back, releasing, relaxing down through your belly. Down into your belly. And feel down through your legs, feel down into the floor. Very good, release, relax down and ease from your stance. Now we had started the triple burner section, so let's actually go from the beginning of triple burner, but the first few movements we won't labor, we'll just briefly go over them just to tie the line of movement together. Okay, so we're starting from the end of the heart small intestine exercise. It's called mist forming pearl. So our toes are turned to your left corner and mirroring so that you can see the hands clearly. We're going to step back and turn the palms. There's your ball shape again. Left hand pierces up, fingers pointing up. Right hand trails down the forearm. Release, untwist, let your left foot drag back and then square up and sit back as you stretch the palms out. Let's do that again. So that's called sunshine fills the halls. It's the same movement that we've just done in warm up, but now we're doing all the bells and whistles as well. Okay, so we're here. We've calmed the heart fire down. We step back and turn. We pierce, left hand up above the right foot, untwist, let that front foot drag back, square up and press the hands out. One hand level with your temples, one hand level with the waist. Good, and rest. Take a breath. I'm just seeing a wee message. Okay, someone's raised a hand. Marianne, did you mean to raise a hand? No. No, that's okay. It's a wee computer thing. You touch a button and you get a hand up. Good, so let's do that again. One more time. Sunshine fills the halls. Ready? So the toes point to the left and we step back and we scoop. Left hand over right foot, pierce up. Release, untwist and square up, sit back, press the hands out. Very good, and rest. Good. Now, one of the concepts that I bang on about in Tai Chi class is the 3 harmonies. And a lot of people stand there and listen and nod their heads. But when I say, what are the 3 harmonies, I get blank looks. So think of harmonies as a way of your upper body and your lower body to work together happily, harmoniously. So our hands and our feet work together. And if you think of a 4-legged animal and the way it walks, its feet all coordinate, they all work together, all 4 feet. And we are the same, even though we stand upright, our hands and our feet. If they are in line, if one is above the other, they will be in harmony. Whereas if you overextend or underextend from the foot, you're not in harmony and you'll feel a lack of strength. So actually just placing your hands above your feet, stretching into that position, you will feel a harmonious sensation. You'll feel your body feel strong, you'll feel your energy flows well, you feel that you actually have more structure within your body. If you move your hands in any direction away from your feet, you'll feel that that harmony is lessened. So that's your first harmony, is hands and feet. And we use it all the time. If you look back to the heart exercise, hands over feet, keep going, hands over feet. You have that connection. The next one is the elbows and knees. So again, if you think of your 4-legged animal on the ground, the elbows and the knees, those joints are working together. So again, if you're raising your legs, you want your elbows and your knees to be in line. If the elbow is back or forward, you'll see there's a lack of harmony and you'll feel that you're not so strong. And the third harmony is the shoulders and the hips. So if the shoulders have gone out of alignment of the hips, your body will feel uncomfortable. You'll not feel so strong. If you keep your shoulders in line with your hips, both this way and this way, you'll feel strong. Now we can twist in Tai Chi. We can actually take ourselves deliberately out of that harmony. But what happens? It's like winding up a spring. When you release, your body naturally finds that harmony again. So it's a useful understanding, but often the easiest one is hands and feet. So let's have a look at this. Not only are your hands and your feet harmonizing, just feeling good, but we're actually going to think each time as we pierce the left hand up above the right foot, I want you to think almost like you're drawing a thread from the center of the foot up. That's Master Locke's intention with this movement, is to stimulate the pressure point there on the foot. And I'm sorry, I'm rubbish at Chinese medicine acupuncture points. I can't remember the name of the point, but it's directly above the bubbling well. So I'll show you how to find it. If you take your finger between your big toe and your second toe, run your finger up between that groove and onto the foot, and where your finger naturally stops, that's the point that we're stimulating. So every time as we roll and we pierce the hand up, think of stimulating that point on the foot. So we're not just measuring where the hand sits, we're actually directly stimulating the energy from the foot. We're getting the whole triple burner meridians activated. Okay, so let's try it again. Ready? We're pointing to the corner and we step back and roll. There's your bowl shape. Left hand over right foot, and as you pierce up, think of stimulating the foot, the energy flowing up the leg. Feel that beautiful twist, stretching up, relaxing the body down, release. There you go, the harmony sorts itself out. And now square up and sit back, pressing the air apart. Your hands should be above your feet. Very good. Last time. Ready? And step back and roll. Pierce up. Release. Untwist. Sit back. Press the air apart. One hand level with your temple. One hand level with your waist. And the lower hand, the fingers are pointing to the laogong, the center of your palm. Beautiful. Let's go on. So we're turning. Push your heel out as you turn your body and turn the toes out. So again, your feet are parallel to the right hand corner. We're going to turn the palms and scoop, squaring up, sitting back. Do you remember this one? Lift up. Right hand in fist sits on left. Flip the toes over. Release down through the center line. And at belly button height, we release and relax down through the legs. Very nice. So this is called Immortal rides the donkey. I'm going to come a bit closer so you can see what's happening with the hands. So we'll start our toes pointing to the left-hand corner, and we're sitting back. Front foot is lifted from the heel. Good. So we're going to push your left heel out and turn your right toes out. We square up and sit back as we scoop under. Connect with the tailbone, lift gently. Right hand in fist, left hand is underneath. Turn the hands over. So you're level with the base of your sternum as we release down through the center line, and level with the belly button. We release down through the legs. Very good. So it's a release, a release. It's not just bend your knees, bend your knees. That's not releasing. We want to follow the meridian that goes down through the center line and splits down the legs. Okay, so let's do that again. So we start with our weight back. We've just done sunshine fills the holes. Good, that's it. And push the heel out, turn the toes out, square up and sit back. Scoop, lift. You'll feel a weightedness in the arms. Right hand in fist sits on left. As you turn the body, turn the feet to point forwards, flip the hands, relax. Immortal rides the donkey. Good. I'm going to go back a little so that you can see the feet as well. Let's do it again. So from here, push the heel out, turn the toes out, square up and sit back. Scoop, feel for your tailbone, lift gently up. Right hand in fist, flip the hands to face front and relax down through center. Relax down through the legs, very good. One more time, ready? And turn. Sit back and scoop. Lift, right hand in fist. Flip the hands as you turn the feet. Relax through center, relax down through the legs. Good. Now we're going to turn to the right, taking the weight, turn to your left. Yeah, turn to the left, taking the weight into the right foot so that you can open the left foot. So the toe is turning to the corner. So your feet are asymmetrical at this point. Turn, and again, hand over foot pierces. It's the same movement, but this time you can keep your right hand in fist. Untwist. Now we push the right heel back, so both feet are parallel. And again, we square up and sit back. Don't let the knees twist. We're stretching the arms apart. You're bringing your hips so that they're square to the front. Good, and rest. And this is your phoenix stretches one wing. Ease out of your stance. So these are funny little positions. When we have our feet pointing forwards and bend the knees, we have horse stance. But by flipping the toes to the diagonal, we're creating a bow stance. So normally in yang style, bow stance, you're stepping forwards and the back foot's at 45. But Master Lock very cleverly, by flipping the toes to the corner and squaring up, he's created a bow stance. That's kind of cross between bow stance and empty stance. He quite often likes to encourage you to have your weight more in the middle, which is unusual for Tai Chi, but this is Master Lock style. And he says that just by turning your waist, you're actually subtly transferring the weight. So we're not focusing on being forwards or back, just letting it happen. Square up, sit back, away from the screen. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's go and do our sunshine fills the halls. We'll do our Immortal rides the donkey, and we'll add on our phoenix stretches its wings. Ready? Everything we've done today so far. And we step back and roll. Left hand pierces up over right foot, stretching up, sinking the body down. Release, untwist, drag the foot back, square up, sit back and stretch your hands out. Good, turning, push the heel out, turn toes out, square up, sit back and scoop. Lift, right hand in fist, sits on left, flip the hands, relax down through the center line, relax down through the legs. Good, take your weight right, open your left foot to the corner, and again, hand over foot pierce, but this time your right hand can stay in a fist, untwist, push the right heel out, now the feet are parallel, square up and stretch the hands apart. So we want to sit the wrist of the fist down. That helps guide the energy back down to center. Well done, and rest. Take a breath. Good. I'm giving you a lot of technical details. If it's too much for you, don't worry. Just do your best and just follow. Sometimes I find when teachers are talking a lot, I just get overwhelmed. And so I just blank them out and I just follow their movements. So if that's happening with you, don't even listen to me, just follow my movements as best you can. Okay, different people learn different ways. Let's try it again. We'll do that whole section, and this time I will be quiet so that you can follow it. If you're the kind who needs quiet, this may help you more. Okay, ready? Very good. And relax. Lovely. Now, you may be finding that it's difficult or uncomfortable to keep your hand in the fist the whole time. If that is the case, you can open your hand and then just bring it back into a fist just as you go into the stretch. You can do it with me now. I will do it that way, or you can just watch and see what I'm talking about. So I'll show you that whole section again with opening and closing the fist. Good. So it's up to you. You can do either way. If you find that you're in too wide a stance, I often do when I'm in this part, then just take a breath. It comes down to that stepping open. So after you have done your Immortal rides the donkey, if you find you end up in too wide a stance, just take the weight to one side and turn the foot out. If you step wider, then as you go on and on, you're pushing the heel out, you'll find yourself in a big stance. That's no problem, but if it gets too big, you'll start to feel, that you're really struggling. So just be careful after Immortal rides the donkey. You can turn out the foot on the spot, or you can take a slight step open, but be careful not to take a big step open, because then you'll find yourself in a really big stance. A big stance is fine, but it has to be comfortable. Okay, you have to be able to work with it. All right, ladies, well, we have covered this before, so let's now look at the next section. So we now come to Dragon Chases Phoenix. We have both feet at this stage turned to your left-hand corner, left hand level with the temple, right hand level with the heart. You're squaring up and sitting back. Your knees are always in line with your toes. Don't let them do weird and wonderful twisty things. Keep your feet flat to the floor. But it should feel like you're squeezing a ball here, like a ball is pushing out against your legs and you're gripping it. So you're creating a bit of grip. Yeah, and you should feel that spreading and opening your back, the small of your back. Release the fist, and we're going to turn the waist to circle the arms. The right hand circles down to come up, the left hand down. So just for a moment, you have one hand pointing to the sky, one hand fingers pointing to the earth above your right foot. And now we're going to continue. The lower hand, the left hand, overtakes and circles around. So your right hand sits in the crook of your elbow as you untwist, square up, and again sit back. So you keep going back into this triple burner position. Level with the temples, level with your waist, pointing to the center of your palm. Good, so let's do that again. We go from our fist there, stretching, releasing. Right hand is your phoenix flying, left hand is the dragon following. And we circle, untwist, and square up. Press the hands apart, sit back. And again, from here, 1. Just for a moment, 1 is pointing up, 1 is pointing down. Left hand overtakes and square up. Press out. Good. I'm going to come forwards so that you can see. I'm going to take a big stance to be in screen. Ready? So we start here, fist in front of heart, and release. The phoenix takes flight, the dragon follows, 1 pointing up, 1 pointing down. We overtake and press apart. So you can just circle and circle, playing with that. Turn your waist and let your arms move. I don't even want you to think about it too much. Don't think about it at all. Just let your body move. You feel this pressing apart, drawing in, and pressing apart. And this is the nature of circles. If you keep circling, you'll get moments where you're pressing apart, and you'll have moments where you're squeezing together. Just play with it. You can't go wrong. Just keeping your body nice and straight, nice and relaxed. Keep breathing. You'll find yourself doing dragon chases phoenix. This movement is in a lot of martial arts, a lot of Tai Chi as well. Squeeze and expand. Squeeze and expand. And the movement comes from turning your center. So you're just turning to the right and turning to the left. Turning to the right and turning to the left. And of course, you could do all of this on the other side for brownie points to really get yourself nice and balanced. But for now, I think we'll just stick to one side. Beautiful. So this is Dragon Chases Phoenix. Let's bring it into a nice finishing position this time. Hand level with the temple, hand level with the waist, pressing the air apart, sitting back, body square to the front. Very good. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to get really strong legs here, big stance. Now we're doing our circle. Drag your fingers behind for swimming dragon. So I want you to think of watery paintbrush movements. We're going to draw an S shape all the way underneath. And let's do that again. So from the beginning, from here, we circle underneath, drag the fingers behind, all the way up, turning center to make an S shape, cut through the center and come underneath. Good, and I'm going to go a bit further back before my legs give up on me. Right, let's do that again, ready? So we're here. We've done our Dragon Chases Phoenix. Now we're doing our swimming dragon. This is very watery, very loose. You're dragging your fingers as if your hands are paintbrush bristles. Good. And again, from the beginning, and circle all the way up. Draw an S shape. You're drawing the yin yang, really. And we come underneath. Beautiful. One more time. I think this one is easy enough, at least compared to what we've just done. Ready? And turn your center. Very good. And let's just take a moment to rest. Let's take a breath, float up and relax down. Lovely, ease from your stance. Now, common mistakes that I see people make in Tai Chi is that they're so focused on the movements of their hands and their arms that they come out in sympathy and use their bodies to make those movements as well. So I see people kind of going down and up. You see what I mean? So the whole body gets involved in the movements. And much as that may well not do them any harm, that's not Tai Chi. The idea with Tai Chi is we create a structure. And it's a flexible structure, but very like a jelly that has been sitting in a mold and has a nice strong jelly. Even if you twist it or move it out of position, it should come straight back into alignment. So much more, actually, the center line very rarely is asked to bend. So the body tends to remain relatively upright. So as we are doing all these movements, the shoulders want to remain nice and open and relaxed and heavy to the sides. We want to maintain that center line, and we're turning along that center line. So the vertebrae are getting lots of movement. But regardless of whether the arms are going up or down or in any direction, we are not letting the body lose structure. That's a no-no. We don't do that at all. Yes, we do twist, and then the three harmonies, the shoulders and the hips naturally will come more into alignment. But if we slide out of alignment like this, we are actually losing our strength. And it's not the feeling that we're looking for. So do be careful. Now, later on in your Tai Chi career, you may come across movements like oblique step, where you are actually taking your body on a diagonal. But can you see my body is still straight? I'm not bending or collapsing or bowing the body. I'm just tipping the whole lot on a diagonal. Then I can turn on that diagonal. Then I can bring it back into good alignment, but I'm never bowing the body. So please be careful when you're doing all of these movements that you're not coming out in sympathy with your arms and shoving your body about the place. We want to keep a calm, tranquil, steady center line. So arms can go up and down, but everything here stays beautifully calm. The energy stays nice and settled. It doesn't bounce about inside the body. Okay, so let's try our the swimming dragon one more time and see if we can keep that beautiful, calm, erect center line of the body. Ready? And we turn, float up, turn, make your S shape, turn, come underneath, turn. Very good. And often people realize how calm that feels in comparison to the chaos of letting their center line shove around. Let's try it again. Ready? We're pressing back, we're sitting, standing nice and straight, and turn, circle up, turn to make your S shape, cut it in half, and come underneath. Beautiful. Let's do it again from our Dragon Chases Phoenix end position. And good. One more time. Ready? Let your hands swim. It's called swimming dragon. Think of drawing your arms, drawing your fingers through water. Feel that dragging, lengthening out behind of the fingers. Ready? And Very good, and rest. Well done. Good. I'd like to give you a little homework to do that you don't necessarily have to do all this stuff every day. You can, of course, it'd be brilliant if you do, but just doing little exercises it all adds up, it can all help. So often I see when people are starting out in Tai Chi, and even I struggle with it still a little bit, 24 years on from my initial classes, that my hands can sometimes get a bit rigid and a bit stiff. So the swimming dragon is all about fluidity and watery flow. So I want to give you an exercise to help that feeling of flow, and it's the jellyfish. So I want you to think of your hands as the jellyfish and you're swimming through the water. You can think of, what are they, cuttlefish, this feeling of pulsing, of opening and closing. So as you're sitting on your sofa or, you know, at the dining room table, or even in the smallest room in the house, when you've nothing else to do, you can just breathe and relax and start to play with this fluid, flowing, opening and closing. This is an aspect of Tai Chi. Tai Chi has this thing we call La Chi, opening and closing of energy. Energy is either expanding or it's releasing, it's coming inwards, it's going out or it's going in. So this kind of embodies that, with feelings of opening and feelings of closing. Good, now as you start to turn your body, we're not pulsing like that exactly, but you feel there are places where your hand will want to expand. Think of pushing it through water, the water will flatten your hand a little bit. And there will be places where you'll feel that your hand naturally wants to contract. And as you twist and send your hands through the air, imagine that you're sending them through water. You'll feel this interplay. Often as one hand wants to expand, the other hand wants to contract a little bit. It's not something that we want to force, it's something that we want to feel. It wants to happen. So again, a very lovely watery movement. We don't want our hands to be blocks of wood. We want them to be organic, energetic, sensitive. So let your hands expand and contract as it feels right. Lovely. All right, now let's go back to our swimming dragon and see if we can feel where the hands want to open and where they want to contract. Ready? And circle. Did you feel it? Let's try it again. There's just places where your hands they open naturally, and there's places where they'll naturally draw in. Ready? And very good. Let's finish the move by scooping, squaring up and sitting back. Feel the tailbone, connect with the tailbone, and we're going to lift, feeling up the levels of your back, up, 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 up. It should feel heavy, it should feel quite difficult. Good, flip your toes, flip your hands and come down over the front of your body, releasing and relaxing down until we are level with the waist. Good. Now circle around the ball and bring the back foot in. Now, if you can, lifting the hands, lift your left leg in front of your chin, press forwards and up, sit your bottom back, fill your back. Good. Left hand in fist in front of the mouth, swallow down, right hand comes underneath. Relax all the way down to your belly. Good. And finish with opening the fist, floating forwards and up on a ball or a balloon, all the way up. Take the weight back into your right foot, and let's step to the side and do some big circulations. Scoop. This is what the form is named after. Phoenix in graceful clouds of blessing. This is much bigger than your normal cloud hands. Your hands go over your head, over your eye line. Because we're thinking of circulating chi more than protecting yourself in martial arts. Good. And take a breath, lift up, and relax down. Good. Let's take 3 breaths. Deep breath in, and relax down. Good. One more time. Deep breath in, and relax down. Beautiful. Well done. Easing from your stance, circling the shoulders. Lovely. Okay, so the reason that is heavy, you might think, why are my arms so heavy? My goodness, this must be my condition kicking in. No, it's not. It's designed to make your arms feel heavy. It was one of the pieces of feedback I got from my exam. Master Locke posted my exam video to the world, which was a bit of a shock. I didn't even know I was going to do the exam that day. And he said, do you want to do an exam? Yeah, okay, I'll video you. And next thing you know, it was online all over the world. But great, because I got feedback from all the students, which is lovely. And one of the ladies that gave me feedback was saying the air is heavy, the gas is heavy. And I looked at it and went, what are you on about? I didn't understand. But since then, I have discussed it with fellow teachers, and they've explained, because you're connecting with your energy, you're not just going through the motions of lifting your hands up, you're connecting with your tailbone when you scoop underneath. So as you lift your hands, you're actually raising your energy, you're connecting with and raising your energy up your spine. So that's why it feels heavy. You're connecting and lifting your energy. So it should feel heavy. You're connecting with each level. When you get level with the top of your head, you flip your hands, flip your toes. That redirects your energy, or rather continues the flow as it goes over the head and it comes down the front. So we're going from the governing channel to the conception channel, the do channel to the rin channel. So it'll feel different as you come down. The resistance is under your hands rather than above. And we just want to release and relax down. And if you keep going down, you will feel, hopefully, there is a barrier when we come level with our waist. We've experienced it before in Open Door 5. We're connecting with our girdle meridian. Very powerful meridian runs around the waist. So now we go around the energy ball, and you should actually feel it. Hopefully you'll feel it. Try again. Slide your hands around the ball. So that resistance isn't just under your hands. You can slide your hands around it, and you feel like the energy is a ball all the way around your hands. We come underneath it. We bring the back foot in. If you're concerned about balance, leave your foot down and just lift the heel. We bring the hands underneath the chin and press forwards and up. And we're going to sink the bottom down and fill the back at the same time. So your hands, you should be able to see above them. Straight away we come in, left hand in fist, right hand underneath, and we swallow down. Literally swallow. And that helps to send the energy down to center. And step open. Let's release, open the hands and float forwards and up. Very gentle, very easy movement. Take the weight back and step to the side, and we'll make great big scooping motions. 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 4, and 5. Good. You should see it's a very three-dimensional feeling. We are the ball. You're not just turning a ball in your arms. Your back is the back end of the ball, and you're wrapping your whole body around it. You're wrapping your knees around it. The ball is as big as you are. Good. And rest. And that's the highlight of the form. Okay. So the phoenix greets the morning sun. That's this bit. That's the lifting and expanding. And bringing the fist back to the mouth and swallowing down. And then this floating up and scooping is your phoenix in graceful clouds of blessing. So hopefully you can see what's going on there. The phoenix greets the morning sun is emptying out old energy, stale energy. The energy, in fact, that you have been working on all the way through the form, now it's used up. You can imagine washing a vase. If you start with clean water in a dirty vase, you wash, you wash, you wash. The vase becomes clean, the water becomes dirty. So we want to throw the water out to bring in fresh water. So that's this movement, that's this gathering and breathing it out, saying thank you to the universe, and then getting lots of fresh energy, bringing that back in, relaxing down. Then with that fresh energy, we do these massive circulations, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's look at the hand movements briefly of the Phoenix greets the morning sun, and then we'll just do everything we've done today a couple of times to finish. How does that sound? I'm throwing a lot at you, but I'm videoing this, so it'll give you plenty to practice over Christmas. Okay, so reverse pouring gourd is your scooping and lifting, feeling up your back, flipping and relaxing down the front. But the gourd, or a gourd, think of a butternut squash. It has a big bowl and it has a little bowl. So there's the little bowl. That's gathering your energy. So forget the legs for now. Let's just look at the arms. We bring the heels of the hands together up towards the mouth. I'm going to go down and press forwards and up. Now, if you just lift up, you'll go somewhere high, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to think of expanding forwards while stretching up. And of course, you're doing Tai Chi. So if something's going forwards, something has to go backwards. So at the same time as you're going forwards and up, you're filling and stretching into your back. And you're also sinking your bottom down. So you've got forwards up and back and down all at the same time, giving your system an almighty stretch. We want the fingers as wide as you can make them and the palms as flat as you can make them, really stretching, sending the energy out and release. And we close the hands like a flower. So the left hand, your left hand is coming on top, right hand underneath, and you gently close into a loose fist. And we bring it in like you're eating, bring it in towards your mouth and keep your palms in that position as you sink. They'll naturally rotate, but you keep that position as you sink and you relax all the way down to the level of your dantian, so beneath your belly button. And that is purging the old energy and then bringing in beautiful fresh energy and helping it return to the sea of chi, to the center of your body. Okay, so let's do that again. From here, we scoop, we come up to the mouth, sit down and back as we press the hands forwards and up, bring it in, left hand on top, in towards the mouth, left hand in fist, swallow, release, follow the line of energy down all the way to center. And then we step open. Good. Let's open the hand And we finish with floating up, forwards and up, weight back, and step to scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done, take a breath. Beautiful, okay. So let's put everything that we've done today together. If you're overwhelmed, don't worry. Actually, just watching it and relaxing your mind and just taking it in can be very deeply relaxing, and it can help you join the dots. So if you've done enough, just sit and watch. If you'd like to join in, let's try to put everything we've done today together. Okay, so we're starting facing your left-hand corner. Ready? And heel out, toes out, scoop. Right hand in fist, flip the hands over, relax. Turn out left toes. Pierce. Push out right heel. Stretch your wing. Dragon chases phoenix. Swimming dragon. Reverse pouring gourd. Sit down and back, hands forwards and up. Left hand in fist. Swallow down. Step open. Floating up. Big scoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Take a breath. Lift up. Let's just pause level with the waistline, feeling into your body, feeling into your belly, calming down. Point to the floor and close. Beautiful work. Well done, everyone. Well, I have worked you very hard. I know I have done a lot of technical stuff here, and it can be too much. So I just want you to do what you can. Use this video. I'll send you out the link for this video, and I'll pop it on YouTube. So use it again and again, and just pick up what you can in any one session. You don't have to understand everything. You don't have to try and get everything right. Just pick one wee aspect and play with it. You can just use one small section of this video at a time. That's really good practice as well. But for now, folks, let's bring our feet together, right hand in fist, left hand straight. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a lovely holiday. And I'd like you to warm down now. Give yourself 10 minutes if you can to walk around and just calm slowly down. Thanks.